was there a bear trap up there?
Oh, Jesus! Oh!
Holy shit.
I don't like the idea of this part at all.
What is that?
That's a dead person.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Renegades React. But you could consider this a little bit of a prelude for a series that we are doing on another channel called Renegade Gaming. The series is called Scaredy Kate, and it features the very awesome, very hilarious, and very easily scarable Kate. And there are two games that are coming out that are going to be on the list. And the truth is, they're a little high up on the list, so we may not get to them when they release. I want to, but at the same time, I don't want to traumatize Kate. But to give her a little...
Also, at the same time, I won't be in my room playing one of them.
Well, I know Callisto...
I ain't waiting on time to record for that game.
Well, I know Callisto,
awesome.
100% you were playing immediately when it comes out.
Yeah, because it looks really good.
I'll probably do the same, but I won't record it because, again, I want to play it and I want to have that surprise factor. But I think the surprise factor for Kate is the most important thing when it comes to Scaredy Kate because, you know, she's the namesake of the damn series. And figured we would give you a little...
Almost every game we have on this list, either me or you are playing because we've played it before.
Yeah, but what I figured we would do, Kate, is give you a little amuse-bouche, a little bit of a... amuse-bouche. It's basically like a teaser for the palate.
Oh, yeah.
A little appetizer, if you will.
I don't know who Amu is, but if I don't know who somebody is, I don't know that I want to eat their bush.
One more remark like that, and I will chuck this Dr. Enough bottle at you. You think that knife's going to stop this bottle?
Oh, no.
You guys need to simmer down.
Me? Are you serious?
I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. Come here, Asher. Come here.
And also, we have Asher right here. He's a little off camera, but...
Say hi.
Yeah. Well, you can see his butt right there next to Kate. It's like right over there.
Come here. Come here.
Oh, you see his nose. There's his
Come
nose.
here.
Come on.
Come here.
Come here, Ashy, get over here. There he is.
Good boy.
There's a good boy. Oh.
I also just wanted him to turn around so his butt wasn't towards me.
Oh, so he wasn't like cocked, locked, and ready to unleash.
Well, I notice he does that before he's been outside, but he did go outside recently, so he might not do that as bad right now.
Well, that's good. But we have two trailers here. One is for a game that Nick and I had played, but it's a remake. And the second one is a game that is being made by a lot of the people who worked on the original that have moved on to a new studio called the Callisto Protocol. So, we have the Dead Space trailer queued up here, the Dead Space remake. This is a gameplay trailer. Let's go ahead and introduce Kate to one of my favorite scary games of all time.
By the way, this game was inspired by a number of our other favorite horror things of all time.
Yes.
So, Event Horizon, we watched that for a movie night, didn't we?
We have not yet, no.
I could have sworn we did. I thought we did, but maybe not. Okay, but Event Horizon is one of my favorite horror movies. It was inspired by that. It was inspired by the original Alien and some other stuff.
Yes.
As well as like Resident Evil.
You'll see.
Stuff like that, so.
But it's very terrifying and very engaging. This is Dead Space official gameplay trailer, the remake. Here we go.
USG Ishimura, this is the emergency maintenance team of the USG Kellyan responding to your distress call.
Isaac Clarke.
What have you got, Isaac?
Half the Ishimura's in the red. Engines, hull, the trams.
Can you handle it alone?
Fix the centrifuge. Get the fuel running.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
This is Senior Medical Officer Nicole Brennan. Medical is is overwhelmed. We need help.
Cut off their limbs. What was that? Oh, hell no. What in the fuck?
All right.
Damn.
Yes! Oh, this looks so good.
Oh, what is that?
God, so good.
Humanity will be made whole, Mr. Clark. With or without you.
Isaac, it's me. It's all falling apart here. I can't believe what's happening.
Nicole?
So that is the same voice actor that voiced Isaac in the 2 sequels. He didn't have a voice originally in the first game.
Yeah, originally he
So
was
the fact that
silent
they are
protagonist.
putting a voice in for him in this remake is actually more exciting to me than all the updated graphics and stuff.
So, and also another thing too, I hope that they brought back all the original voice actors for like recording dialogue for like back and forth between Isaac and because they had a great cast for this too. I mean, Peter Mensah plays the captain of the like commander of the group that's going in, and I love Peter Mensah. I love his work so much, but everything about this just screams yes to me because originally this was developed by a team at EA called I forget. They had to shut the studio
Visceral.
down. Visceral, yes.
Yeah, Visceral Games.
Visceral Studios. They had to shut the studio down because apparently EA was forcing them to develop games that EA wanted them to do, and it was games that they were completely unfamiliar with. Mm-hmm. And because the games weren't successful, EA was just like, "Yeah, you guys aren't doing the job that we gave to you, so we're just going to shut down the studio." And that pissed off a lot of the people who were working at said studio. And a lot of them just said, you know what? We're going to go and start our own company again. And we're not going to fall into the pitfall of being bought out by a gigantic multimedia conglomerate that just doesn't care about its developers or its customers or anything. Mm-hmm. And they decided to go off and develop a new game called the Callisto Protocol. And the Callisto Protocol is considered the spiritual successor to Dead Space because while the first 2 Dead Space games are great, no one will ever doubt how great the first 2 games are, the third one is a hot mess. And if they do decide to remake it or redo it, I really hope that they up the terrifying and get rid of the bullshit that made the game so like ass backwards. Mm-hmm. But the Callisto Protocol, me and Nick, when we first saw the trailer for this, we were just like, this feels like Dead Space. And then when I found out who the lead developer was on this, it was the lead developer.
We're basically like, that's because it pretty much fucking is.
Yeah. And then when we both found out it was the old team from Visceral, we're like, yes! Like, we're getting, like...
It's very exciting.
It was like seeing an old friend come back from the dead.
Just as a thing about this game and what they've shown so far, Dead Space is very respected amongst the greater gaming community. For me personally, on my horror game tier list, Dead Space 2 is definitely in my top 20, but it's lower down the list. It scared the living crap out of all kinds of people, and it just didn't get me quite the same way. I thought it was a fun game, but it wasn't that scary. This game looks fucking amazing, though.
Yes.
This game looks terrifying and just really, really good. Like, that's why I'm excited. I'm just like, that looks like Dead Space, but like, I'm gonna enjoy it way more than I did Dead Space.
You were gonna say, Kate?
So what are those creature things?
Those are necromorphs. Basically, they are creatures that have become infected in some way. Not going to give away anything, but
That's the whole mystery
That's the
of
mystery
Dead
behind
Space.
it.
You come to this space station that sends out an SOS signal.
it's called the Ishimura. It's basically
USS
a planet cracker,
Ishimura.
a mining vessel. It attaches anchors to a planet, cracks it open, and then takes
The big
the
ass
minerals
laser
out of
beam.
it. Basically, and it's the biggest ship that is in the fleet.
Yeah, they lost communication with it some time ago, then suddenly got an SOS from it, and so they sent this engineer team that were supposed to be doing repairs for them, and when they get there, there's all kinds of
hell
horrible
breaks
monsters, and everybody's fucking dead.
Yeah, and the whole thing with the creatures is it defies all logic because usually, what's the stereotypical way to kill an enemy in a game?
Shoot them in the head.
Aim for the head. In this one, the limbs are the most integral part of killing these things.
It's basically you can shoot their head off and they'll still keep trying to kill you, so
Yes.
you have to shoot off everything they can use as a weapon against you.
And some of them are very
That's
hard
why
to
it was
kill.
written, cut off their limbs on the wall.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
But the Callisto Protocol...
It's a very
like,
early scene in the game when you get your first weapon. It's just like cut off
The
their
plasma
limbs. It's
cutter.
telling you, like, this is not played like Resident Evil and everything where you usually just aim for the head.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But the Callisto Protocol, I can't wait for this game. Anyway, here we go. This is the trailer for the Callisto Protocol.
Callisto being a moon of Jupiter, by the way.
Yes.
Who did this? And why?
It's like someone's trying to cover up what's happening here. So what happened to the original colony?
Abandoned. Along with the rest of Callisto.
They didn't have a clue what was going on. Things are changing.
Damn. Love that.
They're evolving.
These aren't accidents. There's a pattern.
Isn't about escape, Jacob. Not anymore.
What's it about?
Answers.
Yeah.
Soon everything will become clear. The truth of Black Iron.
The environmental kills, like from the other trailer I saw, look to be a heavy part of this game too.
Yeah. And I like that because it makes you feel like you have to depend on the environment in order to take some of these fuckers out, because let's be honest, shooting them and using a gun to kill them is just the typical way of doing it, or a weapon of some kind like that. But
Well, I saw the
environment,
another Dead Space parallel this time too, which was shoot the tentacles written in blood on the wall.
yes,
So-
that could be considered sort of. You could see that as a ripoff, but considering it's the
same
same
people,
team,
yeah.
it's the same team that worked on Dead Space.
So I think
I
they
can forgive it.
I think I don't even want I wonder what their opinion of the current Dead Space remake is, because it feels to me like they felt like, all right, EA, like, you're gonna just fucking shut us down and not let us work on our series that was like our baby. Like, we'll go somewhere else and we'll just start over from scratch and do it even better.
Oh, right.
Like, I think this is still basically their original idea for Dead Space, just morphed into a newer, upgraded thing that they wanted to do.
So Glenn Schofield, he's the guy who was the head of Visceral, well, one of the heads of Visceral, that was the creator of Dead Space. Let's see what he has to say about the Dead Space remake. Glenn Schofield, Dead Space remake. Oh, it's actually... Glenn Schofield feels weird not to be a part of the remake. Now, I would say that he probably feels like he should have been brought in for at least a consulting role. I mean, still kind of bummed not to be part of it. Feels conflicted. What's up about the Dead Space remake? Again, just... I don't know. Yeah, these are... Again, I would love to hear personally what he has to say, because he probably can't say much until the Callisto Protocol is out, probably. But I think he's probably going to wait to play the Dead Space remake before he makes a concrete decision on how he feels. I mean, Motive looks like they're crossing off all the like checklists of how to make the game
It
better.
at least actually looks like they are trying to do it justice.
Yes, that's one thing I can respect about it. This does not feel phoned in. It feels they're putting in a good amount of effort on it. But, alright. Anyway, everybody, that was the Dead Space remake gameplay trailer and the Callisto Protocol, The Truth of Black Iron trailer. So, yeah, these games are going to be, I think they're going to be like straight up fire, and I can't wait.
They look pretty terrifying.
I know, right? That's going to be great. Anyway, that is going to do it. Until then, everybody, I'm Nate.
I'm Kate.
I am Nick.
Are y'all hyped for these games? Let us know in the comments down below. But until then, we'll see you. Peace out.